Princess on a Pillow here, and I am here to do a review on Little Women of Atlanta, Season 5, Episode 5. The title of this episode is, let's see, On the Dotted Line. Alright, now, this episode starts off with where it ended last week, where the twins, Abrea and Bumpman, they're waiting to go on stage to do their performance at the Chico concert. First up is Bumpman. He has a nice little hook. They're all good. Bumpman says, "I'ma shoot a shot, I'ma shoot a shot, I'ma shoot a shot because I'm a boss." That was his his little hook. It was nice. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I would definitely buy his music. Next up was Abrea. She calls herself Little Vicious. And she goes, "I'm never scared. I'm never scared. I'm never scared. Ho!" That's a nice catchy tune also. So before she started, she said she dedicated this song to all the people who doubted her when she was stripping in order to feed her kids. Next up is the Tiny Twins. I really couldn't hear what they were saying. They looked good and they sounded good, but I really couldn't hear the words that they were saying. I think they said something like, walk, talk, that talk, twins. But they were good also. They were good. I enjoyed all the performances. Bree was there. She was watching, but she wasn't smiling. She could tell she was, she was upset. She wasn't feeling, she wasn't feeling good. I don't blame her because Emily just left her out there to dry. I feel for her. That Emily just screwed her all the way up. Miss Juicy liked the twins' performance, and now she wants to be their manager. The street exec talked to everybody and shook their hands and told them how wonderful they were, how they liked their performance. The next thing we saw was Bree FaceTime. She FaceTimed Emily. I guess Bree was home and Emily was in her car driving somewhere. And Bree FaceTimed Emily to let her know how the performances went. And she told Bree that she was surprised at how well the twins did. And Emily right away wanted to know how the street execs thought, what they thought of the twins' performance. And Bree told her that, well, GC was standing behind me during their performance and he seemed to really like them. So now she feels some type of way. She's like, "Oh, we have other things," Emily says. "We have other things going on anyway." Bree don't care about that. Bree wants to work with the street exec. That's what she want to do. Emily's saying, "Oh, we have other things going on anyway." And I don't even think the twins have a problem with the cheeks. I think the twins have a problem with Emily. Emily's attitude stinks. Even Bree said, she can't stand Emily's attitude. Next is Minnie. Minnie's at home cleaning. She's cleaning off a center table. And she gets out of breath. And her mom's there. Her mom's like, "You got out of breath from just doing that, from just cleaning the table?" And then she starts crying and explain how she has congested heart failure, and every time she does something, she feels out of breath, she feels tired, and she needs people to help her. She just starts crying. Minnie usually cries when, somebody hurts her feelings. She usually just busts out crying. I don't know. But yeah, she talked to her mom about having, gastric surgery. And at first her mom didn't agree with it, but now she does. She agrees that Minnie should have the surgery. I don't think that's a good idea because she's a little person. Little people, they have all kinds of health problems, and now she's going to go have a surgery. I don't think she should do it at all. Next up, the twins are at Amanda's house, and they FaceTime a wedding planner by the name of Mill. And they ask Mill a few questions. They ask her, has she ever worked with little people before? I don't know why I asked her that. they don't want to be discriminated against for being little people, but they always seem to put that out front. Anyway, so they asked her if she ever worked with little people before. She's like, no. And they asked her if she ever did a double wedding before. She was like, no. They asked her if she ever attended a double wedding before. She was like, no. And they asked her, do you even know what a double wedding is? She goes, yeah. And the twins, they're telling her about how they can't agree on the colors. Andrea wants red, gold, and white for the wedding. And Amanda wants forest green, cream, and gold. So they can't decide on colors. They should have their own wedding. That's what I say. They should have their own wedding. It's hard enough to plan a wedding by one wedding, much less two weddings. But it's too much. I would just have my own wedding. They need to have separate weddings. But Mel, the wedding planner, she tell them that they need to compromise so that they can come together and have a beautiful wedding. So I guess they were like, yeah. Next up, Miss Juicy goes over to the Cheeks' house. Miss Juicy, she reprimands Emily for not showing up at the Chico's concert. And Emily was like, yeah. She knows she should have showed up. She knows it. She told Emily that it didn't look good to the street execs that she wasn't there. Miss Juicy, I like her natural hair. Why does she wear wigs? Her natural hair looks so nice. You know? So Miss Juicy wants the Cheeks to sign a contract with her so that she can manage them. Emily told her that she wants to make sure that Miss Juicy is fully focused on them and their career. Miss Juicy said, of course, because if you don't get paid, I don't get paid. But that's not true. She's trying to get them, and she's trying to get the twins also. So she's not going to be just focused on them. She wants to be focused on them and the twins. But hey, that's business. There's managers out there that have different actors that they manage. There's football players, several of them are managed by the same manager. I mean, these managers have got to make their money. They can't just have one person that they're managing. So I don't know why she said, you focus on us and our career. She can focus on whoever the hell she want to focus on. Emily. Anyway. So Emily decides, yes, okay, we'll sign with you. And Emily's doing all the talking. Bree's not doing nothing, just sitting there. And Emily's doing all the talking. So Emily decides, yes, we'll go ahead and sign with you, Miss Juicy. Miss Juicy's all happy. Now she wants to work on the twins. She got the Cheeks. Now she wants to work on getting the twins. That's greedy Miss Juicy. Greedy Juicy. Next up, Miss Juicy and Minnie goes over to the street exec's office to find out who will be on the tour. GC told them all the performances were great. All of them had their strengths and their weaknesses. GC said that Bumpman is seasoned and people will be drawn to his realness, whatever that means. Minnie chimes in and she says, Bumpman was all over the place. She said she didn't know if he was coming or going. That's a cheap shot. The guy was good. Stop it. Minnie, stop. And GC says Abria, who's Little Vicious, that's her name, I guess her stage name is Little Vicious. He says her personality, she had personality on stage, and she was good, and she worked the crowd. And Miss Juicy, she chimed in with her own little shot. She said, wouldn't you move the crowd too if you were a stripper? That's so unprofessional. And why is she talking badly about Abria? Is she salty because Abria dumped her as her manager 2 seasons ago or last season? Come on, Miss Juicy, that was so unprofessional. And then she realized it because GC was like, I can't speak on that. I can't answer that question. And she was like, mumble something on her break, because she knows she messed up. She knew that wasn't the right thing to say. And I'm surprised Minnie didn't jump in and say, oh, that's not right. Don't talk like that. She was a stripper. She's not a stripper anymore. Now she's a rap artist. She didn't even jump in. Minnie didn't even jump in to defend Abria. She just sat there. This is the artist you're bringing to the table. Defend her. Defend her. Not just that, dude. He didn't say nothing. GC said Abria brought a lot of personality and energy. Um, Minnie said Abria killed it, and she loved Abria's song, and she loved the beat. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared, ho. That was cute. I like it. I play that in my car. Yeah, you driving down the street, blasting that. I'll do that. GC asked Miss Juicy what she thought of the twins, and she said they were good, and she was shocked that they performed the way they did. Now my thing is, Miss Juicy wanted to bring the twins to meet the street exec, and now here GC is asking her what she thought of their performance, and she's saying she was shocked that they were so good. But you were bringing them to meet the street exec, so you knew they had talent, right? I mean, why are you shocked that they did well when you were bringing them to meet the street exec? You weren't bringing them to meet the street exec because you didn't think they had any talent. You thought they had talent. You thought they would bring something to the table. That's why you brought them to. You wanted to bring them to meet the street exec. So you saying that I was shocked, you know, that they performed well. That's when GC should have stepped in and said, but you were bringing them to me anyway, so you knew what they could bring to the table, right? So I don't know why she's saying that she's shocked that they did well when she was going to bring them to meet the street exec anyway. So she knew that they could do something, that they, you know, they'd do something well. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me, Miss Juicy. Okay, GC said that the twins can draw in the crowd by using their sex appeal, and they need to hone in on that. He said they could use some help with writing songs. And Minnie asked GC, so who has the it factor to be on the tour? And GC, he does some hemming and hawing, some jive talking, rubbing of the face, and with the performances and being in the studio, we put that all together and we decide, and blah, 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 blah. And he finally says, it's too hard to tell who's going on the tour. He says none of them stood out, and they all need more work to see who would stand out more. Miss Juicy asked GC, so what was next? What do they do next? And he said, make sure everybody is writing and recording. And he said that he'll let them know when there's about performance opportunities for them, so that they can get more stage presence. So he asked them if they have contracts with these artists, and of course Juicy said yeah, because she signed the cheeks. And of course Minnie said no, because Minnie ain't thinking about that. Minnie's not, I don't know, Minnie's just not thinking about that. She's thinking about her gastric surgery and her, what is it, a heart failure, heart thing, her health. She's not thinking about this right now. So Juicy says yes, she has her contracts, and Minnie says no, I was just trying to help him out. And GC told Minnie she needs to make sure that she's getting compensated for all the work she's doing for these groups, you know. And he said if one of them get to go on the tour, then that's money, you know. So he basically put a fire under Minnie to, you know, get a contract going with these groups, you know. Next up, Minnie meets with the twins and Abria at a restaurant. I like her hairstyle. It's shaved on the side and then it's flipped over and it's short and it's colored. It's cute. I like it. They asked Minnie what happened when she went to the street exec. And she told them that she met with GC and he loved the songs, but he said no one is on the tour because everybody needs work, need to do more work. And the twins, one of the twins said, even Bumpman? Because Bumpman, I guess he's been doing this. He's a seasoned artist. And he's been doing it, I guess, a long time. So one of the twins was like, even Bumpman? And she was like, yeah. And then one of the twins asked, is it because we're little? Why would you ask that? That has nothing to do. He said you need more work. He didn't say you need more work because you're little and you can't reach the mic or something like that. He just said you need more work. You're not famous or anything. This is your first time doing this. So she's like, I don't know why she said, is it because we're little? And then Minnie had the nerve to go, I guess. It has nothing to do with them being little. They're amateurs and they need more experience on the stage. They need to write more songs. They need to get in the studio. They've been in the studio one time with one song and they think, ooh, we're it. That's it. No. You got to put in the work. You got to get your name out there and you got to, you know, it just doesn't happen like that. Not all the time. Sometimes it does. Not all the time. Why is she saying this? Because we're little? I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And I don't understand why they're always saying, oh, it's because we're little. We're discriminated against because we're little. Okay. The twins' name is the Tiny Twins. Take Tiny out of it. If you don't want to be judged because you're little, keep calling yourself little. They call themselves the Tiny Twins. Just call yourself the Twins or some other name, not the Tiny Twins. And Abria, her stage name is Little Vicious. Take the little out of it. Just be vicious. Because you're always saying you're discriminated against, but you put it out there, little this, little that, tiny this, tiny that. Bumpman is not Tiny Bumpman. He's just Bumpman. The cheeks are not tiny cheeks. They're just the cheeks. Take the tiny out of it and stop saying that when something doesn't work out for you, it's because you're little. Come on now. Stop it. I don't like that. And Minnie had the nerve to say, I guess. No, Minnie, come on. That man didn't mention anything about them being little. He said they're good, but they need more practice. They're not ready yet. That's what he said. He didn't say nothing about them being little. Oh, it's annoying to me. Okay, so Minnie's telling them they have to do more work in the studio, and make more songs. Show GC that they're hungry for this, you know. Minnie told them that she wants to legally be their manager. And they told her that they would have to think about it, you know. And Minnie told the twins that she got them a second chance with the street exec. You know, she's letting them know why, you know, she's pleading her case. She's letting them know why she'll be a good manager for them. And she told Abria that Juicy didn't even tell her about the tour. She's the one that told, you know, Minnie's the one that told Abria about the tour and got her to meet with the street exec. So she's like, you know, letting them know that I'm there for you. You know, I'm the reason that you got to do this concert because Juicy wasn't there for you. I did all of this for you. You know, so they all told her, now we'll think about it. And she said, okay, think about it, and then just, you know, give me a call. And then she left out. She looked like she was a little annoyed, and so she left out. Next up, the twins go to Sam Flax. It's a store. Never heard of it. I guess it's in the South. Sam Flax. They're looking at wedding invitations. Amanda told Andrea that she told Andrea that she thinks that she's trying to rush to get married to Chris because she's afraid Chris will change his mind and not marry her. Andrea says that Chris is hers forever. And Amanda says that she doesn't think that Chris is the one for her sister. And Amanda says that getting married will not solve their problems. That's true. Not going to solve anything. Andrea says, at the end of the day, she loved Chris and they have a family together, and she will stand by his side no matter what. Okay, but from then on, they came to agreement about invitations. So that was that. Up next, Minnie and her mother goes to the weight loss center. Oh my gosh, Minnie gets on the scale, and that daggone camera person is right up there with the camera to show us what she weighed. I would have covered it up. I would have said, hey, I would have covered it up. Because Minnie, I'm 5'1". Minnie weighs over 200 pounds. And she's maybe what? I don't even think she's 4 feet. 4 feet? 4 feet. I don't even think she's 4 feet. I'm 5'1", and I'm overweight. I'm overweight for my height. And I don't weigh nowhere near 200 pounds. She's over 200. And I think she's about 4 feet. 4 foot. Oh, wow. She weighs over 200 pounds. And she started crying when she saw her weight. She started crying, you know. So, yeah, she really, wow. I am overweight for my height, and I feel like a pig. And I'm not nowhere near 200 pounds. And she is so much shorter than me, and she's over 200? Oh, my gosh. Anyway, so she goes in to the doctor's office to see the doctor, and she told the doctor that she wants the gastric sleeve surgery. So he explains a little bit to her what the gastric sleeve surgery is. He says that they remove 85% of your stomach. Ooh. And it reduces the amount of, so that will reduce the amount of food she'll want to eat. She'll eat a small meal and she'll feel like she ate a full meal, you know. So it just cuts down how much she eats in one setting. So then, you know, she's happy about that. You know, she's like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. And then her mom was like, so after you get your surgery, I'm getting mine too. So, hey. Next up, the twins go to Miss Juicy's house. I guess she called and invited them over. They didn't show us that. And when they walked in the house, they said, are the Cheeks here? Because last time, the Cheeks showed up, you know, at the barbecue, and they didn't know the Cheeks was going to show up. So they were being cheeky by saying, are the Cheeks here? And then one of the twins said, I don't want no sneaky shit. I don't want any sneaky shit. And Miss Juicy said, Miss Juicy said, you never know what to expect. So Miss Juicy's trying to get the twins to sign on. She wants to be their manager. She told them that their performance was off the chain and that they surprised her. She's really milking it, you know. She told them that how proud of them she was. She told the twins that Minnie doesn't have their best interests at heart. She told Minnie that she told the twins that Minnie is only looking out for her best for herself, and that she just wants to meet celebrities to go on her podcast. That's the reason why Minnie is, you know, trying to manage them. That's so stupid. Anyway, the twins are a little worried about how Minnie would feel if they did sign with Juicy. They're all confused. They don't know what to do because Juicy's hitting on some really good points, and Minnie hit on some good points when she was talking to them about being their manager. So they're a little confused. They don't know what to do. One of them said, I wouldn't trust Juicy as far as I can throw her because of how sneaky she is. So Miss Juicy told the twins to think about it and then get back with her on their decision. So Minnie, the twins, and Abrea meet up. Minnie told them that she wants to be their manager. Minnie told them that Juicy is a has-been. Now that's ridiculous. Juicy's a has-been and she's old and tired. But the twins, they do think Juicy is sneaky. But I think Juicy has more experience than Minnie. She does. Minnie doesn't have any experience. So Abrea asked Minnie what she can do for her. Minnie told her she can get her more performances, more studio time, and get her name out there. They're all talking a good talk. Minnie's talking a good talk. Juicy's talking a good talk. I hope she's not writing checks though that she can't cash, because she has no experience doing this. And she has now two sets of a group she's managing. Okay. Abrea asked Minnie how she would handle both herself and the twins. How, you know, equally, not showing favoritism to either them or to her. And she said, I can handle it. I don't think she can handle it. I really don't think, I'm sweating so hot in here. I don't think Minnie can handle it at all. Minnie has too much going on. She has her surgery coming up. She has heart failure, healthy issues. And she's never managed anybody before. She really doesn't know what she's doing. I think it's a disaster. It's going to be a disaster. I don't think they should sign with her, but they end up signing with her. Everybody's happy. They pop a bottle, and everybody seems to be happy for now, but I don't think she's going to. I think as soon as she has her surgery, and I guess she's got to recuperate from that. You know, she just has too much going on. Surgery, health issues, doesn't have any experience managing anybody, and now she's taking on two sets of people, the twins and Abrea. I think it's a disaster. And I think when she falls, Minnie's going to be here to pick the ball up. So that was it for this episode. I will be back next week to do another review. Princess on a Pillow here. Thank you very, very much for watching. See you next week. Bye.